top news headlines. 6 houses gutted in inferno at Moray. Fake currency notes seized, 4 held. $158 COVID cases, 1 death reported. And Manipur widely observes Irabot Day. Good evening and welcome to Pony Television English News at 6:30. Before we move on to the news, a COVID awareness for the general public. We are collectively facing a pandemic threat that is sweeping across the humanity beyond oceans and borders. Considering the seriousness of COVID-19, it's about time we step up against this deadly disease, maintain a safe distance from others, even if they don't appear to be sick. Wear a mask in public, especially indoors or when physical distancing is not possible. Choose open, well-ventilated spaces over closed ones. Clean your hands often. Use soap and water or an alcohol-based hand rub. Get vaccinated when it's your turn. Follow local guidelines about vaccination. Cover your nose and mouth with your bent elbow or a tissue when you cough or sneeze. Stay home if you feel unwell. This is Loving Remai giving you the latest news updates. 6 houses, including school, shop, and a church quarter, were destroyed following an inferno that occurred at Gamnom Veng within Moray Ward No. 2 in the wee hours. The fire occurred around 1 a.m. The fire victims said flame from a candle was the cause of the blaze. They say the concerned electricity department refused to give any response to their repeated request to repair a power line in the area, which they said was the main cause of the fire. The fire victims are Sebok Haukip, Francis Thangpi, Seitang Hangha, Linda Ngaite, and owners of Netaji Memorial English School and quarters of Manipur Presbyterian. Meanwhile, former Autonomous District Council Chairman Lun Khosoi Zo visited the fire victims and provided immediate relief to them. Taubal District Police arrested 4 persons along with a huge amount of fake currency notes at Kairao Wangkem area yesterday around 3 p.m. Following a reliable information about printing of fake Indian currency notes, FICN at Kairao Wangkem area, a joint team of Taubal District Police led by SP Jogesh Chandra Hobijam, assisted by additional SP operations Sachidat Dananda Soibam and Inspector and Tikendra Meitei Officer in Charge CDO conducted search operation at Kairao Wangkem. During the search operation, a locked hut situated at Kairao Kuman Lok was found. On entering the hut along with the owner of the hut, namely Chungkham Dewan Singh, aged 50 years, son of CH Jugindro Singh of Kairao Wangkem, Ngarian Chingkhong Lekai, FICN of 1,000 denominations were found hidden inside the hut. On questioning, he disclosed that packing and binding of the FICN was done along with one Chingakam Surchandra Singh, aged 40 years, son of CH Deban Singh of Kairao Wangkem, Ngarian Chingkhong Lekai. Therefore, they were arrested and the FICN were seized by observing formalities. Furthermore, they were disclosed that the fake currency notes were handed over to them by one TH Tony of Kairao along with his nephew Arun of Kairao Tiam Kunjao. The arrested along with the seized items were handed over to Irilbung Police Station for further necessary investigation, police said. Manipur in the past 24 hours added 158 fresh infections of coronavirus and 1 fatality. The new cases were identified from a total of 2,320 samples as per an official release from Manipur COVID-19 Command Control Room. It said the positivity rate was 6.8%. It also said 40 people were recuperated from the disease in the last 24 hours. Manipur's total caseload has increased to 1,20,584, while the death toll stands at 1,855. India sees sharp spike in new COVID-19 cases. Daily tally jumps to 23,529, 311 deaths, Kerala top contributor. While the cases saw an uptick, there was a decline in the number of COVID deaths. Against 378 deaths of Wednesday, India saw 311 corona fatalities on Thursday. Meanwhile, the Health Ministry has released a morning bulletin on the latest COVID tally on Thursday. The country witnessed a sharp single-day spike in the daily caseload on Thursday, the data says. At 23,529, India saw a 24% increase in fresh infections. A day-on-day comparison shows, while the cases saw an uptick, there was a decline in the number of COVID deaths. Against 378 deaths of Wednesday, India saw 311 corona fatalities on Thursday. The recovery rate also bettered at 97.85%. The Health Ministry says that this is the highest since March 2020. Another relief is a new drop in the number of active cases. There has been a decline of more than 5,000 active cases, the data shows. At present, India has 2,77,020 active cases. This is the lowest level of active cases in the last 195 days, Thursday's health bulletin says. 125th Irawat Day was celebrated by Irawat Memorial Charitable Trust at Imphaal's Pisum Oinam Lekai, the birthplace of Irawat. During the celebration, Trust Advisor NG Nonyai emphasized on the need of today's youth to fulfill the dream of Jana Neta Irabot, who believed in socialism and fought against the British. The Trust expressed displeasure over the failure of the Manipur government to develop his birthplace, Pisum Oinam, and Tangno Hill, the place where he bred last as tourist spots.
He's a revolutionary, he's a writer, he's a poet, he's a politician, and he's a philosopher. South Asia, India, Manipur, Burma, they walked on British Sassan, walked on Lucien Baman. Adamana, Magi Pamjermati, Manipuse, Manimaka Tamba, Republic Boiba, Democracy Setpa, the Socialist Manabakunai, Setpa, Umba, Dupam, Pamjabal Lucien Baman.
125th Irabot Day was celebrated at Old Age Home, Mongshangai in Imphal West by Lamyanba Irabot Ningsing Thoram Pangba Kanglup, an organization of Socialist Students Union of Manipur SSUM, All Mitei Pangal Students Union of Manipur AMSAM, and Socialist Women Association Manipur SWA. In the celebration, SSUM President Soraijam Yaima stressed that the people of Manipur should never forget that Lamyanba had fought for the integrity of Manipur and welfare for the poor farmers. He further said the three organizations will continue to work for the betterment of the state and student community. MPP DU President Megha Chandra, All Manipur Senior Citizens Welfare Association President S. Kunja Bihari were the presidium members of the event. Lamyanba Irabot Ningsing Thoram Pangba Kanglup also distributed simple gift to the inmates of Old Age Home Mongshangai to mark the day.
Pokpatana Masaruk Oiba, later Liner singing the Makta, Mating Pangbada, Awaba, Toktaba Naidava, Adugumba Wakalon, Manava Kunayam, Sam Nabo Honorapa, Layba, Iramdam cities of the Layba Jati, Punamoku, Punsin Bangam, Nanabo Honorapa, Adugumba Maki Wakalon, do they do that? I queen a Jen and Tajabatum Zeragam, Magi Wakalon see, Haurakli by Figi Naharo, amadi leiriba iramdam sireisda leiriba mipum khudimakna khangbada amadi maki wakalon sibu sandokpada ekoi aduki matik maruoiba tanja haibadu oirakle.
The 125th birth anniversary of Jananita Hijam Irawat was celebrated at Manipur Dramatic Union MDU Hall in Imphal with proper adherence to COVID-19 SOPs. MDU President Soraisam Keshoram, Celebration Committee Chairman Sarat Salam, MDU Vice President B. Bukul Chandra Sharma, Senior Director Dr. Il Gojendro shared the dais during the function. Several MDU artists also took part in the celebration.
Maragashida Lila Drama Damo Magi Ten Gabapun Shishe Sahiya Kemna Hatani Lushimba Irabona Kunshirumus Sahiya Kemna Shimanda Sahikun Mangara Kuntara Shivokiana Nahania Anani Hagashi Sahi Ten Gabastamana Labor Sigi Ahoba Awata Avoid the lake of a military Kanagadoba Dumaka Pushalakna.
And now for a short break, stay tuned for more updates.
Occasion singidamakta makhal kiyagi cake, haibadi, photo cake, layer cake, brunch cake, barbie cake, fruit topping cake, cupcakes in a chingba fangbigani, amadi adomgi apamba moongda cake customized tawbagi kudong chabasu pisari. Singa Silobina Bigidamakta, Lensing Biro, Aikoyi address NG College Road near Naramtong. Phone number 9864112972. Aikoyi online partner Food Wi-Fi Amasung Food Web Tegisu order the Viva Yagan.
Welcome back after the break. BJP Manipur Pradesh President A. Sharda Devi, Vice President H. Chidananda, General Secretary Pangangbam Premananda, Minister T.H. Sitya Bhatta and other party leaders paid rich homage to Hijam Irabod on his 125th birth anniversary. The leaders paid floral tributes at the statue of Jananita Hijam Irawat located at Yai School in Imphal West. The commemoration was organized under the initiative of BJP Imphal Central District President Meena Banta. A cleanliness competition was held today at Awang Potsangbam Kuno in Imphal East to mark the 125th birth anniversary of Jananita Hijam Irawat. The winners were given prizes. YDC Club President M. Ratan highlighted importance of observing the day.
Ekoi khunga sida lebiriba naha sing horukliba naha singi mafamda ekoi tungkoina khunga silu nan leinana bugi panamda koi social service tawgeraga club ki maikai dagi khungi maikai sidaida koi makok mathang taba koi house ma pandhon khadok jai mokoi mayamdu lu nan bugi thonji pangthoga mayamdu gi marakta koi first second tabai selection tawgeraga chai khuding yona makok mathang taba singtramana thunya thokchai.
Jananita Irabod Memorial Trust (JIMED) also celebrated the Irabod Day 2021 at Irabod Complex located at Babupara in Juibam District. The trust has been observing the Irabod Commemoration Month. The attendees paid floral tribute at the statue of Lamyanba Hijam Irawat. The small function was held at PWD Guest House by following SOPs. Manipur Food Industries Corporation Limited Vice Chairman K. Sarat Kumar Singh, Dr. Chandam Kamal Singh, Lifetime President of JIMED, and K. Kumanjau, Vice President of JIMED, were present at the event. A district-level open online patriotic poem competition was held to mark the anniversary. Minister T.H. Biswachit inspected the SWC playground at Kongman Zone 4 yesterday. He interacted with young footballers and their parents and encouraged them to inherit the sporting spirit of renowned footballers of the state to achieve the goal. The minister said sports are a crucial part of the youths. The Old Tribal Students' Union Manipur (ATSAM) has demanded immediate hold of the ongoing recruitment process of posts under Autonomous District Council (ADCs), in continuation of the ATSAM's representation submitted to the Minister, Tribal Affairs and Hills, Government of Manipur, dated July 10, 2020, demanding for consideration of mother tongue, local language, as an essential criteria for recruitment of primary teachers in all autonomous district councils of Manipur, and as recommended by the Hill Areas Committee (HAC) for deferring the recruitment process till the 6 autonomous district council elections are held and constituted via resolution number 43/2021 HAC dated 21st September 2021. The All Tribal Students' Union Manipur (ATSAM) demands for immediate hold of the ongoing direct recruitment process of 750 posts, including 506 posts of primary teachers in 6 autonomous district councils, the apex tribal student body of Manipur said on Wednesday. According to the ATSAM, in consonance with the provisions of the Right to Education Act 2009, the National Curriculum Framework 2005 of NCERT, the New Education Policy 2020 and Article 350A of Indian Constitution, which envisaged for facilitating mother tongue local language of children as medium of instruction in primary schools, the tribal student body had submitted representation to the Minister of Tribal Affairs and Hills, Government of Manipur on July 10, 2020, demanding for consideration of mother tongue, local language as essential criteria for recruitment of primary teachers in all autonomous district councils of Manipur. The United Naga Council (UNC), while strongly condemning the murder of Athwan Abonmai, said that it is deeply regretted and saddened that at the brutal killing of Athwan Abonmai, former president of Zaliangrang Baudi of Assam, Manipur and Nagaland on September 22 near Palong under Tamay subdivision of Tamenglong district after he was abducted by some unknown persons. The UNC strongly condemned such a killing of a public leader and appealed to all to shun any such act of violence in the near future. In his untimely demise, the UNC joins with the bereaved family members and his tribe community in sharing the grief and sorrow for the loss and pray for the departed soul, the UNC said in a release. Let's take another short break. Stay tuned.
The NDA government of Manipur is working with full dedication to fulfill PM Modi's mission to bring clean water to every rural household in the country. CM N. Biren Singh has already announced that potable water would reach all households in rural Manipur by 2022. How ambitious this task is can be gauged from the fact that when the National Jal Jeevan Mission was launched on August 15, 2019, only 5.74% rural households in Manipur had tap water connections. This meant that out of 4,51,566 such households, only 25,920 had functional household tap connection. But in just 2 years, that number has grown to 2,35,628. That is from 5.74% to 52.18%. 284 villages and 255 panchayats have already achieved 100% FHDC status. Such has been the seriousness of the government that 2 remote villages close to the Myanmar border, Khangbarol and Khengjoy, have also been provided full regular water supply. These villages were once severely infected with insurgency, but now all 155 families there have tap water supply. Despite the massive COVID-19 outbreak slowing down the progress, CM N. Biren Singh is determined to provide every household potable water supply by next year. As PM Modi aims to bring clean water to every home in the country by 2024, CM Singh is ensuring Manipur is at the forefront of this mission.
Welcome back after the break. Manipuri short film Motsin Laba Mingsel has got the Best Short Film Award during the Himalayan Film Festival 2021 held at Leh in Ladakh from September 24 to 28. The film festival, showcasing films from 12 Himalayan states and union territories, aims to provide a platform to filmmakers. The festival is organized by the administration of Union Territory of Ladakh in collaboration with the Directorate of Film Festivals, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting PMO India, Anurag Thakur. A resident of Mindigray in South Garo Hills, Maman Sangma lost his life on Wednesday after loose earth fell on him while he and his brother were cutting earth in one of their relatives' houses in the Mondoltila locality of the town of Tura in West Garo Hills of Meghalaya. According to sources, the incident took place at about 10 a.m. when the deceased and his brother were given work to cut soil for one of their relatives, Babita Sangma, for expanding the house. The house is located just below the Mondoltila Tri-Junction. Following the incident, locals from the area rushed to help, but they were unable to fully take the body of the deceased out. Locals also informed the West Garo Hills police, following which a team of SDRF personnel reached the spot and were able to take the victim out. Before we end the news bulletin today, the top news headlines once again. 6 houses gutted in inferno at Moray. Fake currency notes seized for help. $158 COVID cases, 1 death reported. And Manipur widely observes Irabot Day. That is the end of the bulletin. For the English news at 6:30, stay tuned to Pony Television for more updates.